If you want to increase your account tenfold, you must know about candlestick patterns. A single Japanese candlestick contains much more information than you think. With even a basic understanding, you can already avoid 70% of dangerous trades that you definitely wouldn't have noticed without this video. My name is Houston, and now I'm going to show you how you can increase your balance using strategy and candlestick analysis. Copy my trade automatically now. Just email me using the link from the description. So guys, let's learn about trading with candlestick patterns as we go along, because I'm going to try to increase my balance by at least $1,000 with only $200 of start deposit. I'm going to open my first trade now, and I'll explain why as I go along. Look, I will increase the time frame a little bit so that you can see that here we have an important horizontal level. It is denoted by this area, and as we can see, it is a level of resistance that is, I will mark it in red color especially, but I am trading today on the time frame of 2 minutes. Be sure to include the candlestick type of chart on the pocket option platform, because candlestick patterns work only on this type of chart. My trade time is the same as the candlestick time, 2 minutes. Now let me explain why I opened the trade down here. In fact, I opened it not only because there is a resistance level here, but the whole point is that here we have formed a candlestick pattern which is called the evening star. In general, it is called in different ways, but this pattern consists of 3 candles. Here is how it looks like. We have the first candle, which is glowing green candle. The second candle is usually small. It can be of any color. The most important thing is that the shadow is directed upwards. The shadow is the thin part of the candle, and the body is the thick part of the candle. Accordingly, the first candle is green, the second candle is small, and the third candle is red. It can be, it should be of similar size as this is a reversal pattern. So it is formed at the top of the movement, after an uptrend. The price and the nature of the movement changes to a downtrend. So here, in conjunction with the resistance level and simultaneously with the reversal pattern, I open a trade for 2 minutes on the downside. Of course, it should have been open a little earlier, immediately after the formation of this pattern. We would have earned more confidently, but look, now we also have a candle closes red. We get the first profit. On the screenshot, you can see some of the most basic patterns that we will trade today, and I will publish an article with more than 40 different candlestick patterns in my Telegram channel using the link from the description. So you can go to this channel and find the article there, or write to me and I will send you the link, of course. Here is the most detailed information about each pattern, all the nuances. So if you are interested, you can study all the patterns yourself and thus pump up your trading skill. Well, we continue. Friends, I will now prepare to open the next trade, and this trade will be on the downside. Now I will explain to you why. Look, I opened the trade here for a reason. The thing is that from below we have a not yet fully formed level, which I am sure now will be a magnet for our price. Despite the fact that we have touched this level, we have a strong downward movement, and look at the nature of this movement. Look how many signals there were here. We had one signal candle, the second signal candle, and the third signal candle. After these candles, we always continue to fall, and now we also form the same signal candle. Don't pay attention to the fact that this candle has a green body. It does not matter at all. The most important thing is that this pattern is almost perfect. As I said, absolutely perfect patterns on the chart you will never see. So just keep some error in your head. This pattern is characterized by the fact that it has a small body and a rather large shadow which is directed upwards. This means that this candle was once a growing green candle, but at a certain moment a seller came to the market and the candle turned from such a candle into this one. After that, all this upward movement, we have only a shadow that is directed upwards. This candle was formed according to the trend. That is, we open the trade on the downward trend after the candle, which tells us that there is still a seller in the market. That is, we have made an absolutely logical action. Plus, I have already said another factor for opening a trade was the level, which is below, and we have to come to this level to form a support zone for further price movement. Super. You and I have closed 2 trades in a row. This is definite success, but now I would not risk so much. I will put the value at about half of my balance and continue to trade carefully on candlestick patterns. So let's open a trade to the upside here before the market rises a lot. Look what we have. We have this zone. Let me mark it in green color because now this zone is a support for our chart. As you can see, this zone has worked quick successfully because here we had reversal movements, here we had reversals, and now we have a pattern which is called a bullish takeover. This pattern consists of 2 candles. I mean, it is not one of the 3 candles as it was before, but 2 candles. What is the peculiarity of this pattern? The first candle we have red. Here is the body of this candle, and the second candle we have green, which absorbs all the previous fall. That is, here we had a fall in 2 minutes, and here we had a growth in 2 minutes, which exceeds the previous fall, plus it is all in the reversal zone of the chart. So everything is logical. We opened with you after the bullish pattern trade on the rise at the support zone. Here is how this pattern looks. Unfortunately, it is not. It is presented so far only in one version, but in principle there are 2 patterns that only here, the candle should be the same size at the red zone. Unfortunately, not all patterns are represented on that screenshot, but on this chart we have a bullish takeover, as I said, and we are waiting for the trade to be completed. Wonderful. We have a trade closing in plus. It cannot be, we are happy for that. We have already increased our balance by 5 times. I have increased the trade amount to $500, and we continue to look for the candlestick patterns with you in combination with other parameters. I am preparing to open another trade. It is difficult to identify any one pattern here because in general we have a very strong level here, and I expect a new upward movement to start from it. Let me explain why. In 5 seconds, this green candle will finish forming and I will open a trade to the upside. Look, we have a support level here and plus a huge number of shadows that say that the candles were roughly speaking such, but a buyer came to the market and bought it all out. That is why a huge number of candlesticks were formed here in this area. Separately, we can find the morning star pattern. Yeah, it is the same reversal pattern that we traded in the first trade, but in reverse. It predicts an upward movement. We have the same thing with other patterns because this red candle and this green candle separately are essentially this pattern, which can be called a dodge. But the most important thing you need to know is that it has a small body and a shadow pointing down or up. So if the shadow is directed downwards, then we are waiting for a move upwards, and if the shadow is directed upward, it means that we are waiting for a downward movement. This is such a simple logic on which we open a trade in conjunction with the presence of a level. All super, $460 profit I get. So we have already increased the balance with you more than 7 times. Most importantly, these trades could have been copied by using social trading. How to connect to my account or how to attend free trading sessions. Look for information in my Telegram channel. I will leave a link to it in the description. Usually when I trade, I post signals, let people copy my trades and connect to my account. So these are all opportunities for you to make money. Okay guys, I just opened a trade on the downside. The reason is absolutely clear. There is a level here and now this level is resistance, and we have a pattern forming just like in the very first trade. This is the evening star. It consists of 3 candles. In case you forgot, the first one is green, the second one is small of any color, and the red candle absorbs all the previous growth. Besides, it has a shadow on top, so we expect a downward movement. Well, folks, I don't know what to say. Today was great. Exemplary trading session. Unfortunately, it is rare to have such a session, but I am very glad that I managed to record it on video, because most likely our last trade will also close in the plus. You can find the table, screenshot, article with data, pattern as I said in my Telegram channel. Here is a pattern that we have just worked out for ourselves. They are quite similar, so you know. So congratulations to everyone. I hope that you will be able to put all the knowledge from this video into practice, because today we have increased our deposit from $200 to $2,000. And as you can see, I did not risk a lot with the last trade. So thanks for watching and bye bye.